It's time for Remicade, my treatment that I get every 8 weeks. I can't be on here long because they have the news in the background, and that's probably copyright. But it's a dreary day outside. It's raining, and um, good morning. Don't you see I'm recording? Joking. Okay, well, I'll be back. Watch this. Hey guys, my treatment is done. I'm a little band-aid. For those of you who don't know, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in May of 1988. And so what I do is I get a Remicade infusion. You've probably seen commercials on TV for different things for Crohn's disease and stuff like that. I don't take none of that stuff they talk about on TV. I've been getting this treatment now for about almost 20 years, about 18 years. And it's working for me thus far. Crohn's disease is a digestive tract disorder. It can affect different parts of your digestive tract. Mine just so happened to had affected my large intestine and colon in August of 2004. I had the colostomy, which is that bag where you poop in the bag on your stomach. I had to have 6 inches of my transverse colon removed. That right there. I had to have 6 inches of that removed. And that was successful. Thank God I only had the bag for about 2 months. It was my tubes were my colon and my large intestine. The remainder of my colon and large intestine were reconnected in October of 2003. Was that 2003 or 2004? It was 2003 or 2004, regardless. I only had the bag for a few months. And like I said, they were reconnected just in time for Thanksgiving. Oh boy. But I do not have a specific diet that I need to follow. I can eat food as tolerated. I could drink drinks as tolerated. But I'm smart enough to know and to pay attention to foods that and how they affect my body. So a lot of, like, some people can't eat spicy foods. I can. They don't bother me. They don't irritate me. So yeah, that's that. I had never heard of Crohn's disease before. I was in high school when I found out, or when I got the diagnosis. So I hear the word disease and I automatically think it's a death sentence, you know. But it isn't. Thank God. It doesn't have to be. I'll say that. I do know people personally who have been diagnosed with it as well. One person I knew, young guy, went to my church, sang on the choir with us, and he passed away from it, unfortunately. I'm not sure if he was getting treatment or just how bad he was damaged internally. Nonetheless, he did pass away. Rest in peace, Terrence. And I do know that this guy right here, you may recognize him from shows such as Everybody Hates Chris and Abbott Elementary. He also is diagnosed with Crohn's disease. There's so many other people that I didn't know had it. Does Barbara Streisand have it? I don't remember. Anyway, it's not a death sentence. It is something worth watching over with your body, like most things are. Different ailments, there are different things that that warrant the medication Remicade that I receive. Ulcerative colitis, ileitis, different IBS or irritable bowel syndromes. But you can look into it, and I'll have a link describing Crohn's disease, and probably from WebMD or the MayoClinic.com or .org, talking about Crohn's disease and various treatments. Excuse me. But I have a catheter. My veins are horrible because I'm also anemic. But my blood levels are really good today, and I'm anemic. And I just said that. So I had to get a catheter, a portacath. So they always have hard time finding a vein, and for me. So what I usually do is I'll tell them, put the vein in my neck or in my shoulder. And the nurses will always look at me like, is she crazy? And I'm looking back at you like, you went to school. You know that there are veins there. So it's easy. Just lay me on the gurney, tilt my head down, find the vein. I'd rather have my arms free anyway. There's nothing worse than having a needle in your inner elbow or in your hands and you're restricted. So I had to have that done in order to get this catheter put in. And this was the best thing. It's connected to a main vein. I forgot which vein this is, but you can see it slightly. I don't know if you can see the imprint, but it's right there. And excuse me. So they just one pinch. They stick it. There's a catheter. It's about the size of a nickel in circumference, and it's got a metal frame and a rubber piece that it goes under. I'm sorry, I'm driving and people around me don't know what they're doing. It's about round as a nickel, and it goes a little rubber piece that grips and holds the needle in place. So they use that, they tape it down, they can draw blood, they can do any and everything with it. So that's how I get the medication. And so yeah, that's how things happen. So I have that done every 8 weeks. So I'll go back again late November, because today is October 1. So yeah, or December. When my next appointment is when? December 6th. So I'll be filming again about my treatment on December 6th. The reason why I don't take the camera in with me is for other people's privacy. They know that I'm on social media. Excuse me. They, meaning my nurses. They know that I do social media. And they tell me all the time, oh, you can film, but I think that out of respect of everyone else who's there and their privacy, I choose not to. And people are sleeping in there. So yeah, I could film just myself. But again, people are sleeping because I go to a oncology hematologist office, and oncology is for cancer patients. So a lot of times they're in there for the long haul, which is maybe a 5 or 6 hour treatment, and they get rest and things like that. So I don't want to disturb that. That's just out of respect. But nonetheless, that's my day. I showed you a little video of the waiting room. I wasn't the only one in the waiting room. I was the only one on that side. So it's usually a pretty packed office, but then too, I usually go on Fridays. And this time my appointment was on a Wednesday because my doctor won't be in town for the rest of the week. So I see the doctor every 6 months. So that's every third visit. So since this time I saw the doctor, my next 2 visits will be just straight to infusion. And then on the 3rd visit, I'll see the doctor again. They'll check my blood levels and we'll go from there. But so far, so God, I'm doing wonderful. So I just wanted to let you guys know, update those of you who know, and introduce that to people who don't know. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in May of 1988, and I have been surviving and thriving thus far, and I continue to pray and believe that I will continue to survive and thrive. So I'm getting ready to go get some Chick-fil-A to beat the lunch rush, and that's all that I have for this video. I thank you guys so much for selecting it. I'm sorry about the sporadic videos. Excuse me. Things have been just kind of moving at a very fast pace in my life. So, sometimes you just need to take a minute and chill. So that's what I did. I appreciate you all's continued support. And until the next video, peace.